The Titans of...
I don't know. Hey guys, this is Joe.
And this is Ben.
And we are the Titans of...
I don't know.
Beautiful. So we're here... That's even better. That is not me. Or Ben. You can't see what just happened here. I could barely see. But very ladylike, by the way. It's going to be huge. This is the biggest thing on the show right now.
It is. That was the first thing that's ever happened on the show. It was trolled by burps.
So our first official show ever, and we started off with belching, lady belching.
Yeah, is that considered a guest? I don't know.
Yes, that was a special guest appearance.
If we don't mention a name, maybe we don't have to have waiver signs.
That's right. We're not mentioning any names. We're just saying lady belching, and we're gonna use that belching clip like forever. So yeah, we're gonna use that belching clip for the next 30 years.
Yes, we need to. We need to because a couple of them were pretty good.
Yeah, they were some solid ones. Lady belches. Yeah, and that's going to be the running thing. So we'll get more of those things. All right, so
I'm checking my news feed.
Okay.
And the first thing that pops up is, if you haven't checked out CBS's God Friended Me, you're missing out. A couple people drove all the way to New Hampshire to go to Texas Roadhouse. That's pretty funny. I can't believe what people put on here. It's ridiculous. Political, E.T., Cowboys equal poop.
Cowboys, well...
Everyone's talking about Venom. Have you seen Venom yet?
No, don't ruin it for me.
I haven't seen it either. I'm not ruining anything.
Okay. So this is what happens in the Venom movie.
No spoiler alert, because neither of us have actually seen it. We were just guessing.
Yeah, so everybody, you're good. And all right, so very important stuff here.
Yeah, nutsack bags, the ultimate in man purses.
Facebook is driving me nuts because it's very political, and I'm tired of hearing about politics. I want to hear about some fun stuff, or some bad crap. A lot of bad stuff happens.
Yeah, it's either people talking about bad stuff or people reminiscing about greater times that they'll never have again, like this person, Who Let the Dogs Out by Baha Men, playing a song that reminds them of the 90s.
Well, classic example, Baha Men would reminisce about times where people knew who they were.
Right, exactly. People would, and let's see, a lot of parents on here, their kids are sick. Oh, this one's good. I like to surround myself with people who share my inappropriate comments, sarcasm, and random shenanigans. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. So what is the most recent political thing you saw that's pissing you off, Joe?
Oh, it was, I don't want to get into it, but, okay, so
Don't mention names, just say what happened.
No, the judge guy, Judge Kavanaugh, who became... the justice recently. Some people are very upset about him becoming a Supreme Court justice.
Why? I've just been avoiding the entire thing. Why are they pissed off?
Well, because supposedly in high school he sexually assaulted, not raped a woman, but sexually assaulted a girl who's now in her 50s. She's a 50-year-old woman. She never went to the police, and there was no evidence that this ever happened. There was no witnesses. The woman didn't remember where she was when it happened. The 4 people that she named as witnesses, none of them were able to recall the incident. She didn't know where she was when it happened. She had no information about the about this incident at all, other than it happened to her, and that he was the guy that did it. That, what is that? A chicken dog?
No, that's a husky shave from the neck
Oh
down.
Okay, husky shaped from the neck down. We're gonna
Keep going. Keep going.
All right, that's gonna.
She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember.
She doesn't
Keep
remember.
going.
She doesn't remember any of this stuff. And frankly, like, there's three ways this could go down, right?
Okay.
One is that this dude totally did that, and because it was 36 years ago, she just doesn't really remember, and that's valid. Another thing is that it could be the wrong guy. She just might have been mistaken for somebody else. You know,
Right.
She was like a 15-year-old girl, and this is high school. You know how many people get people mixed up back in high school? And everyone's all confused anyway. And the other thing is that it's a totally fabricated story. That's the third way. So
You think it is, or those are the three options.
those are the three options. Now, personally, I can't make up my mind because I don't know enough information from either person. So I would say, well, you know, like if she was sexually assaulted, she might as well just go. You know, she should have went to the police when it happened.
Well, and also statute of limitations, but it was 30-something years ago. It was totally a different world back then than it is now.
Right. That was the 80s. That's one thing. Another thing was that, yeah, he can't get in trouble for it by law at this point anyway. Another thing is they were both underage, or I think he was like 17, 18. She was like 15 at the time. So it was hard to say if this really happened. He was upset because he claimed that this never happened, and there's no even similar incident ever occurring in this guy's life at any other point in time. Now, everybody knows people do stupid crap in high school that they don't do later on. Everyone knows that, right?
Right.
But there's just some things that people just don't ever do. You know, but the thing is that despite all this, he didn't go. You know, he didn't go to jail. You know, he didn't get in trouble, and he became the justice anyway. This was basically a way to stop the guy from becoming a justice. So some people got upset about it, and they keep saying stuff like that this woman was very brave and she risked her career to make this speech, and now that this guy became a justice anyway, it teaches everyone a bad lesson. And I'm like, I don't see a bad lesson being taught here. I see a valuable lesson being taught here, which is one, no. You need to know, because I had a very thorough discussion with someone about this after the post. If something like this is to occur, you need to contact authorities right away. You don't wait for something like this to linger on, all right? Because one, you're protecting a criminal. You're allowing a criminal to get away with a crime. That's unacceptable. All right, despite whatever connections you may have to this person or anything like that, or if he threatened to kill you. I mean, if he threatened you or your family, that's just more reason to go to authorities. If this is like if this is a family member, you know, it's even worse because you're going to be connected to this person emotionally, right? You're going to be connected to this person through not just through emotionally, but you know, through your family. This is crazy. This person needs to go. So
right. But point of fact, when it was the 80s, one of my fondest memories is being in the back of my mom's Chevette. No car seat, no seat belts, just hold on and don't spill your ice cream on my leather.
Yeah, it was no holds bar back then. I mean, there's pictures of me drinking beers as a kid, you know. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's so cute." Nowadays, call DYFS. You know. So
yeah.
oh my God, that guy's drinking a beer and his kid's near him. Oh, call the police.
Yeah. So this one has nothing to do with it, but this is hilarious.
Yes.
Shout out to Ginny for this one. Damn girl, are you a smoke detector? Because you're annoying and won't shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Listen, you can't beat that. That's like the greatest thing ever.
Just never use that one on your wife.
So, see, I stay away from that stuff because no matter what you do, there's always going to be people that are going to be like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Like, everybody gets all butthurt about everything. And it's really, really annoying.
Well, so apparently the girl that was arguing with me about this saying, well, you can't just go to the police when this happens. And I'm like, yeah, you can. She goes, I'm a rape victim. And I'm like, did you go to the cops? And she's like, no. And I'm like, you see, you need to go to the police. I mean, if it's over 5 years ago, then there's not much they can do legally, but they'll put eyes on the guy and watch this person and see if he does anything now. And if he does, they caught him and he goes to jail, right? So justice will be served, but you got to let the police know that this guy is a potential threat to other people. Okay, and she's like, it's not that simple. I'm trying to protect the person's family. I was like, screw that person's family. They're going to be fine. All right, they'll be better off without him around. You're missing the whole point. You know, the guys.
Yeah, the whole point is, why are you even getting involved? Because it's just people looking for shit to bicker about and be upset about, and it's just stupid.
Yeah, and I'm
not saying what happened stupid, not saying the situation is stupid, but getting into political conversations on Facebook is stupid. And I know personally for a fact that you've lost a couple friends that have had different opinions than you did and just stopped talking to you altogether. Not saying that you shouldn't, talk politics or whatever, but it's dumb what people will, turn their backs on you for nowadays.
And it's nothing like serious either. It's not like something that was going to destroy a country or something like that. It's small petty stuff like that. Like, okay, that rape and sexual assault's not really a petty thing, but to really fuel this thing and make it so more important than... I mean, the woman I was talking to was someone I didn't really know. She's someone I've never met before. This is just someone that I did know posted it, and then this person replied to my comment, which my comment was just like, look, we need to take lessons from this incident. Like, if this woman reported this thing 36 years ago, there'd be more validity to what she was saying. She should have done that, and that's the lesson that should be taken from here. Not, oh, look at this, another white guy gets away with committing crimes. No, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. You're just talking about it in this victim-like way. You don't play victim here. Look at how can you be cause over this situation. Like, what can you do to let this situation empower you for the future? Say, well, you know what? If something like that happens, just call the cops. It's that simple, right? He threatens to kill you and your family. If you go to the cops, more reason to go to the cops. FBI will protect people in those situations like that. It gets crazy, the amount of stuff they'll do to protect people. So when people start defending or protecting criminals in this way by saying, I'd rather not talk about it because then it exposes me, well, guess what? Rape victims' names are held, right, from the news. The news won't release the victims' names.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of, like, children in the news. They won't say their names because of, like, privacy rights and stuff.
Right. Well, children don't get named. Rape victims don't get named. So when people start, like, this girl kept going on about how she didn't want to go public because then everyone would know it was her. It's like, no, rape victims tend to get raped again if people know that they've already been victimized. So it makes them an easy target. So they don't put their names in. And it's like, all right, So my thing is this. When I started going on Facebook, all I did was make Chuck Norris jokes. All right? It was like 2006, and all I did was talk about how when Chuck Norris peed in a fire, he could put out a freaking forest fire or stuff like that. Like one time, Chuck Norris jumped into a fire. The fire gave up. And now it's turned into like a big political debate. And I'm like, guys, what? Like, okay. Most of the time when I see something political I don't agree with, I just move on. I really do. But every once in a while, I see something that's so obviously retarded, so obviously stupid, that the person who's sharing this put no thought into it. They just go, oh, yeah, look, you see? And they put it up, and you go, no, I can't help. I have to say something here. Like, I just got to point out that this is totally not logical. I can't help it. Sometimes I just got to tell people, hey, look, this was stupid. Now, the person who put up this post didn't say this themselves. They didn't. what they did was they took someone else's words and put them up, which is pretty common. All right, so that's fine. But they didn't spend more than 30 seconds evaluating this information before they put it up. They just go, oh yeah, look, she's a victim. Boom.
Not that I'm not on subject, but you opened up an entire can of worms by talking about Chuck Norris jokes. I'm just saying. I've been reading some while you're talking. And this one, Chuck Norris does not teabag the ladies. He potato sacks them. I can't. Jesus walked on water. Chuck Norris swims through land.
I've heard that one. Chuck Norris actually clogged the toilet taking a leak.
Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door.
Chuck Norris caught all the Pokemon in Pokemon Go from a landline.
Oh. That is new. Chuck Norris lost his virginity before his dad did. Oh, all right, sorry. Facebook is the devil. That's what it comes down to. It's not racial, it's just hate all around, people versus people, because people need conflict.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, but people need conflict in their life. And that's what it all comes down to.
There's a couple of people that we know that went from posting things like, cool things or interesting things or funny things to posting just political stuff. And
right.
And it's fine if there's something that you really believe in or stand for. Like the one person in particular, who I'm not going to say, but this person, it makes sense why they would post stuff because they're looking for more equal rights and stuff like that, and that's fine. But they get a little crazy with it, and they go beyond their own understanding of politics. And me, for years, my thing was, people asked me what my political views were, and I always kept it very simple. I said, I don't have any, because I don't know enough about politics to really have a good opinion.
Right, I got hit with that crap the other day. I was at a Thornton's, which is kind of like a 7-Eleven out here, and I asked them if they had plastic cups versus styrofoam cups, and they're like, "Why?" I was like, "Because it doesn't decompose." They're like, "Are you a liberal, or are you what was the other one? Are you a liberal? Or are you a fascist? Are you
That's
Republican?" And I'm like, No, I'm American. Thanks. And I walked away.
Yeah. Okay, this is great. See, I just did this the other day. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I teach in a school, and I was doing a lesson with these kids about history. And in the lesson, the book starts talking about left wing and right wing. And then a lot of the kids started arguing about how evil the right wing is and how great the left wing is. And I'm like, you guys don't understand what the left and right wing really is. And they're like, well, what is it then? So I said, okay. So I said, okay, here's the left wing, right? I wrote it on the board, and then I said, here's the right wing. Now, these are two parts of the same country.
Well, yeah, listen, you need a left wing and a right wing to fly.
Exactly.
That's what people don't realize.
Exactly. And
simple and plain to the point. You cannot fly without both. If you don't have both, you just go in a big circle.
Right. So then what I did under left wing, I wrote down all the things that the left wing focus on, and all the right thing on the right side, I wrote down what the right wing focuses on. And then in order to make a really good analogy, I said, okay, instead of USA in the center, let's put pizza. Does everyone love pizza? I said, who likes pizza? Everyone raise their hand. So pizza. I said, okay, now left wing, who likes pepperoni? Most of the kids raise their hand. They like pepperoni. Okay, you guys are left wing, pepperoni. I said, okay, who likes meatballs? Some of the kids like meatballs in their pizza, right? So I wrote meatballs in right wing. I said, okay, let's name some other toppings, right? So a lot of kids like extra cheese. I said, well, that could go either way. We're going to put that in the center because there's always cheese on your pizza, right?
Right.
So that goes right in the center, and they're like, "Wait, why does that go in the center?" Well, because that's what makes pizza. Without cheese, you don't have a pizza. You just got bread and sauce. And they're like, "Wait a second, but everyone likes the cheese." I said, "Exactly. That's what makes this a pizza, right? Like, you like pepperoni. Some people like pepperoni and meatballs. Some people like meatballs. Some people like pineapples in their pizza. One kid liked pineapples, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's so gross. That's disgusting." But yet they never had it before, so they didn't really know. So, but the idea was that they realized that they don't have to agree on exactly how their pizza needs to be made, but they all know that the pizza is good. Pizza's good. They love it. They don't have to agree on it, being as with toppings and stuff like that.
Right. They also don't have to agree to which side they're going to have. That's the beauty of a menu. You get to order whichever side you're feeling that day.
Right. And, most people like, and it goes right back into politics, like left wing and right wing. So people are going to agree with things on right wing and left wing. So it's not going to really matter in the end. The thing that really matters is the Constitution. And the Constitution is what is our country. Without the Constitution, we don't really have this country anymore. So that's the thing that's the focus. That's what the focus should be on politics is this gonna destroy our Constitution? Because if it does, then it's not good. Because really, from doing all the studying I've done about politics, about civics, I've realized that our country is way better. Written down on paper, it's way better than pretty much any other country in this world. We have a really great system, and
we have the ability to have a really great system. We just fuck it up.
Right. It's been taken advantage of.
Like I was last year I was in Japan. I was riding on the Shinkansen, which is the Japanese bullet train. And if you look around, all the people, their cell phones are muted or they have headphones in, and it's quiet. People aren't having conversations. It's just like everybody's going with the flow, and it's like a system, like a nervous system. Just everything working together and going to where it needs to go and doing what it's got to do and not bothering anybody else. If we could only figure out how to not bother everybody else, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah. So my personal recommendation is please let's leave politics out of Facebook. Let's go back to I remember there used to be tons of like cat posts. People put up cat videos and stuff like that. I don't see that anymore. Like, what happened to all these cat people?
Yeah, what happened? Well, they have that fail army. That's always good for a laugh.
Oh, yeah, those wasted freaking videos were hilarious. What happened to those?
Yeah, and like the rednecks, like lighting fireworks and then like putting them in their ass. Like, I love that.
I love the thug life.
Bring that
the
on.
thug life videos. Those were my favorite.
I don't think I've ever seen
Oh
those.
my God, there's this one where this bird goes into a store, right? And snatches a bag of chips and then runs out the store. Thug life. Oh my God, it was
That's awesome.
it was amazing. So
That is so awesome.
you gotta see these. I don't even think I haven't seen any new ones in a long time. So I think whoever was making these videos stopped, and that's a shame. That's just a damn shame.
Now do you know who Dak Prescott is?
Dak Prescott. Dan.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Dak. D-A-K. He is the quarterback for the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
So someone put a picture of him up with a football in his hand ready to throw it and then superimposed Ray Charles' face on his head.
Wow. Don't mess with football fans, man. This is what happens.
Yeah. And then we got, what is this here? I don't usually shout out people's names, but someone named Stacy, available this October, Herbalife iced coffee, mocha, and house blends. That's pretty cool. Should go and find her. See what kind of coffee she's got going on. And then you go back to the classic ones like Dumb and Dumber. Like, I want to hear the most annoying. See, people should just put fun things on there, not crap.
Yeah.
There we go. Cats attacking TVs because there's cats on the TVs. So they think they're going to fight somebody. Brilliant. Brilliant. Bring on those videos.
Yeah, well, you got to see some of these Thug Life videos. You just go on YouTube, type in Thug Life. I mean, these are just...
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, these are the best. You literally can't get any better than this.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Brilliant. All right, well, this wraps up the first episode, I'd think. Moral of the story, keep your ass off Facebook if you're going to stay stupid shit. Like, we're not on there to hear your political views or anything that you have going on, per se. We just want to go in there and escape from the little drab periods that we have in life for 10, 15 minutes maybe a day.
Your political views are your political views. Sharing them on Facebook and forcing it onto other people, I mean, it's an opinion. You don't force an opinion onto someone else. So just let it go, all right? You're not going to be happy. No one's going to be totally satisfied ever about a government. It's never going to happen because there's always someone else that's going to end up in the government and you're going to be upset about it or you're going to be happy about it, but not everyone's going to be happy. So just let it go, live your life, and fuck all that shit.
Political views are like assholes. Everyone's got one, but you should handle your business in the bathroom, not out in public.
Thank you. Anyway, okay. Well,
For Titans of I Don't Know, I'm Ben. Signing off.